that the law enforcement and the DA is behind me, and I can count on them. Otherwise, I have to take the law into my own hands if they come to me. And if someone's harassing me and the police are not allowed to arrest them when they're harassing, then I'm probably just going to have to throw a punch at them. And then I'll be in trouble for committing an assault. So I want to know, how can I keep that from happening? What are you going to do as the DA? For me, a citizen that pays my taxes, that works full time, I just need to know what you're going to do. And define this a little bit clearer for me. I don't want to call your office, because I want to talk to you, because you're the one in that job. You're the one with that responsibility. I need to know how you plan to do this and how you plan to take care of this.
You're no longer on it.
Apparently, I'm going to get off this property because I don't really believe in trespassing, because I wouldn't want someone to trespass. But I do have a fence, so if someone comes in my gate, that would be more than just trespassing. That would be entering. But see, there's no fence, as you can see. No fence. No fence.
No trespass signs
So,
either.
yeah, no, oh yeah, you gotta have a trespass. Hey, you gotta have a trespassing sign. Where's your no trespassing sign? I have 2 of them. I also have locks on my gate because I have to, because there was homeless people in my yard last year. So, I'm just wondering, this is fun. Can I play with the toys? Let me just go get my little one. I want to know what this guy is going to do for me as my DA. Because I would rely on him to prosecute somebody that's in my face harassing me.
Right.
Because I've been harassed many times. So, I'm just saying. Hey, can you guys see and hear and all that? Hi, Dad. So, like I said, he's not going to prosecute, he said also. He said, and the whole statement, you can read it, it's online. He said that he is not going to prosecute for nuisance. He's not going to prosecute for harassment. He didn't specify whether it meant on the cops or not. But, like I said, if I was sitting there and I needed protection from those little punks, okay, the rioters, because if you're a rioter, you're not peacefully protesting your right. There's a difference. And like I said, protesting is a lot different.
Yeah,
Done a lot of protests.
He said he's going to prosecute you.
Yeah. I think he said peaceful rioters, but I'm not, there was 3 things he said he would prosecute for. Pretty much, they have to, kill you. Okay? They can harass you first, they can't get prosecuted for that. But if they kill you, yeah. And destruction of property, I'm not sure what destruction of property means. Does that mean if you can't fix it or you can't clean it off because if it's graffiti? I'm just wondering. So, but he doesn't want to talk to me. He said, call the office. Well, I have to work tomorrow, so how am I going to do that? So, and you know what? You guys might not agree with me being here, but I really, really want clarification.
I called the office several times and no one answered.
Yeah, because no one's in the office because it's COVID. It's COVID. Don't you know it's everywhere? It's probably in his, look at that, it's probably in his flowers. I better I should sterilize. See, he's got flowers. Those are really crappy yards too. So anyway, I'm going to get on my little blue. I'm on the sidewalk though. You told me to get on the sidewalk. Alright, so I'm going to be mindful. So, Mike Schmidt, I'm sorry you don't want to come out and talk to me. So, I want you to hear me though. Because you weren't really listening because your answers were so generic. So, I want to make sure that you can hear me because, as you said, a rioter you know, what I want you to hear, because I really just want to have a conversation with you so you can clarify what you said on TV and what I read that you said. Because I'm really confused, because harassment, as far as I know, is against the law. It's a misdemeanor, I understand. And I understand we're pretty busy and we're, you know, we don't have very many police. But, you know, whose fault that is? That's Kate Brown and Ted Wheeler. So, given that, I think you might want to talk to them and clarify with them why we're having this issue. But I'm telling you, I need you to talk to me, and I don't want to call your office because you're probably not going to your office because of COVID. Okay? I understand that. I am a frontline worker. I have to go to work. But I want to know that my neighborhood's safe because they riot there every 3 days. They light fires. They block the roads. I want to know what I can do about it.
He's the DA that decided that he's not going to prosecute the rioters.
You're the new DA, and I want to know exactly what you will prosecute. So does that mean if they come down my road throwing garbage cans on Lombard or Martin Luther King
too many
and
to handle,
say I'm going
caseload too
somewhere
heavy?
and they block me?
No.
I mean, what if I got to go that way? You know,
he said that he's not going to prosecute
they were
riot, which is a felony.
Me, and they wouldn't let me through. And I was confused because they're
certain
not even the road
assault on
patrol.
police officers where they use pepper spray or tear gas. He's not going to prosecute those.
Because they threatened me.
He says that's all good, huh?
He says that's all good. And none of the misdemeanors during the protest he's going to prosecute.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't need the loudspeaker. Hear you down the
I'm not going to protest. And he said I can do that. He said I have a right to have a protest.
You're so loud, it's not.
I know, because he's not coming to the door. I have to be loud, because he's not, he told me to get on the sidewalk. I want to make sure he hears me.
I just want you to know I'm calling the police.
The police are busy right now. They're all over there looking for somebody on the waterfront. And it's his law. He said he's not going to prosecute. I'm having a protest and I have the right to be heard. You can call the police all you want, it won't do you any good. This lady wants to call the police. I know half of them, so it's okay. Yeah. You could, I think you should both call. You should. Because they're really busy and they're not going to like the fact that you're pulling them away from a crime right now, frankly. I'm protesting, and he said he's not going to prosecute if you're protesting. I'm not rioting, though, I promise.
We're peacefully protesting.
I am peacefully protesting. He said I could get loud. In his statement, he said it's okay for them to be loud. So I'm going to be loud because I'm protesting. I may only be 2 people, but I'm still having a protest. It's a small protest. Anyway, as I was saying, Mike, I just really want you to come out and talk to me. Because I can keep this up all night. Because the protesters at my house do. The ones down my street, they keep it up until sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning. And I don't get any sleep. So, I'm wondering how much of a nuisance before you'll prosecute the fact that I'm not getting any sleep, and then I get in my car to go to work, and then I'm falling asleep behind the wheel. So, I really need clarification on harassment, nuisance, and why you are not going to prosecute those people. Nothing? Bobby has nothing to say. This is Bob with Film the Cops 911, so they all know him too. Isn't that amazing? And I used to be married to cops, so half of them know me too. Amazing, huh? And I know my rights as well. So I just want to be heard, Mike, and I don't believe that you're hearing me because you're not responding. And your answers to my questions were not appropriate. Telling me to call the office and stuff. No, I want to talk to you now because I have to work tomorrow. I can't call your office. Even if I did, nobody answers. We've already called. So I really need you to come out and talk to me. You get paid by people like me. You work for people like me. I really need you to talk to me. And you get paid a salary. You don't get paid by the hour. So you're pretty much working 24/7. I know how this works. So I really
me, Mike. As the new DA, you just need to come out and talk to me. Because I would hate to think the protesters would come down, or the rioters will come down your street. Seriously. If they knew you were here, they probably would, because they don't like DAs either. Annoying, isn't it? I'm not going to go away, Mike. I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to call names. I'm not going to insult you like the protesters do near my house. I'm not going to say things against you like they do to the police officers when they're harassing them. So I'm just saying, you know, I just need you to come out and talk to me. Hey, that's nice music. I think they're on a protest next door, too, because they got loud music. I kind of like it. So just so you guys all know, your mayor here, Mike Schmidt, is the new DA. But he's not going to prosecute people that harass. He's not going to prosecute people that are nuisances. He said he won't.